afternoon. They say that money makes the world go round. But for businesses looking to grow, in fact, it's credit that makes the world go round. Because credit is a fundamental part of all trade growth. Banks lend money. They provide credit, essentially. Credit limits are essentially determined by collateral. This is essentially the collateral against non-payment of a loan. It's critical that banks maintain high-quality collateral. The result of poor collateral we've seen from the GFC can be fraud and default. But banks have an ongoing problem. Smaller and increasingly digital companies don't have collateral. In fact, they don't want it. Collateral slows digital businesses down and prevents them from scaling in the digital economy. Uber has no cars. Airbnb has no hotels. And this is the model of the service economy moving forward. This is where Trade Ledger fits in. It enables banks to really understand all of the supply chain information about digital collateral. So what is digital collateral? It's essentially receivables, future pledged customer cash, and it's the raw material, work in progress, and stock, such as inventory. Trade Ledger enables us to collect that information and turn it into financial grade credit information. And for the first time, our platform enables banks to extend that skill to smaller companies, credit without traditional collateral. Trade Ledger today manages around $10 million of new credit in the market a month. By the end of this year, we expect Trade Ledger to be managing about $500 million of new credit every month. In creating this new market, our platform manages the entire end-to-end platform experience for banks and creates a myriad of other benefits as well that we can see here for those banks. This is a big and a global market. At the highest level, almost 16 trillion of trade flows. Currently, only very large and multinational components of this are financeable. Just the gap alone equates to 2.1 million of credit, which is unfinanced. According to the Asia Development Bank, a 10% increase in trade finance will increase employment by as much as 1%, thereby increasing social inclusion. This is simply too big an opportunity for us to ignore anymore. Servicing just the gap will generate more than $40 billion a year in new revenues for banks. Trade Ledger is a platform as a service model. We designed our sales model to be scalable, which is why we don't charge CapEx up front. We choose to share the risk with banks by having a pay-as-you-go model. We are supremely confident that we can make banks money. We can generate them more revenue. Already we've deployed our first customer in Australia and are currently deploying with a major European bank. The Sydney-based team are veterans of the software industry, enterprise software. We've built an architected system for some of the world's largest businesses, and we know supply chain. We are building the future of online business lending, the future of business banking. My name is Martin McCann, and I'm the CEO of Trade Ledger. Thank you.
Well done, thank you. Question?
Yeah, hi, thanks very much. So if I understand it right, you're putting a value to digital goods to be used as collateral by small businesses. So if I'm a software developer or an application developer, I can use my digital goods as collateral for a loan. How do you value those digital goods, given there is so much complexity of services out there? There's very hard to just put nice segments together. It's very fragmented and diverse. How do you actually value digital collateral?
So some of our expertise is actually in understanding information flow in the supply chain. So what we do is we understand and interpret the information that flows between the trading parties, such as electronic invoices, bill of lading, delivery notes, etc., to understand the value of an asset at a particular point in time. We then use that information and transform that into information the bank can actually use to do exactly that, to come up with a financial value for that particular asset at that point in time.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.